Hi, thank you for joining our one-to-one series of interviews. Today, we are receiving our executive director from representing ETA Zuma. This is Ambassador Joseph Ayalogu. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Audrey.
How do you do?
Well, fine.
Thank you for availing yourself to be to attend this meeting. Basically, we want to discuss with you new developments with regards to ETA Zuma, what is happening in the market at the moment. And my first question goes to you, and I would like to find out from you what is happening with ETA Zuma at the moment. Do you have an overview of ETA Zuma's development?
Yeah, thank you. Well, as you know, ETA Zuma is into solid minerals exploration and development, and of course, and also value add-on. Okay. Yeah, it's been on for over 10 years. It's a totally private company founded by Dr. Innocent Zuma. Well, it started a lot of exploration, went into mining, especially coal. Mm-hmm. Coal is our main activity for now, and we've been doing that for the past 4 or 5 years. We've produced coal in reasonable quantity, and the numbers keep rising. Mm-hmm. And the coal was intended largely for coal generating energy, but for now, while they are still developing the coal to power sector, we've been selling coal to end users in the cement industry and all sorts of industries in the country, and that has been a very big relief for them, because hitherto there's a lot of importation of coal, but now we're providing some coal. We haven't reached the peak, but we're working on it. Again, we started adding some value by we had a factory, or we have a factory that produces coal briquettes. Okay. As another source of energy for domestic and commercial use. Mm-hmm. It's been on for this year, or rather since the last year we had the meetings, the annual October meetings. The company has been doing that largely. Okay. Incidentally, the COVID came in with its challenges. Yeah. About movement of goods and personnel at a time, because of lockdowns and so on. So certain states, various states had imposed their lockdown, so there wasn't much of a movement. But it's been released. The lockdown has ended now. Yeah. Of course, there are various protocols. Yeah. To manage the COVID, but they've restarted selling coal or mining and selling, delivering coal to end users. Okay. Even at the peak of the pandemic in Nigeria, lucky enough, our numbers weren't as high as in Europe. Okay. So there was actually some mining going on, lifting the overboarding and exposing coal, okay. Pending when it was legally possible to start movement. So that's what has happened this year. Okay. Looking forward, we will continue doing that and expanding our capacity to sell more coal, get more coal out, and so on.
Is there any exciting project that you've been working on, despite the fact that the worldwide pandemic has come? I know you've been affected. We're going to speak about it, but is there anything different coming up that we should be excited for?
Well, the fact that we're achieving the coal project is in itself exciting,
Okay.
given the challenges of doing that.
Okay.
And of course, we've also gone into opening up the mines for limestone
Okay.
in another part of the state, the Kogi State,
Okay.
where the limestone is important for us because it's going to be used
Okay.
as in the coal-fired power plant, and it's also going to be used for put to other uses, marble production. So that has been opened. In fact, that's their an exciting other than coal project.
Oh, okay. We're looking
Yeah,
forward
that is
to
it.
that. We're looking forward.
That's right.
To that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's been actually on the mines have opened there, so that's and of course we continue our power activity, processing the various development matters surrounding opening up our coal to power plant.
Okay.
And of course, we have the gas to power plant too. So they're all in various stages of development, but each time there has been a progress. It hasn't been quite easy. There are all sorts of legal, financial processes to go through, but we are making progress.
Okay, well done. Well done on to that. Speaking about that and all those development, I just want to ask you, how do you see or where do you see private to private collaborations with other companies in Nigeria for more development? What is your view on that?
Well, private to private, cooperation is actually the way to go. Okay. Because the private sector that is driving that sector, the social, the solid mineral sector. So invariably, there's a private company that sells us, leases us equipment leasing, that provides services, laboratory services, and a whole range of services that other private companies do for us. And of course, we are also solution providers to other private companies that are, some of them are part of the ETA Zuma group.
Okay.
So clearly, the private to private collaboration is key, is the way to go. That is what drives the
industry,
that sector. Yeah, the industry now.
Right. Perfect. And talking about private to private collaboration, so I will assume that we are also looking at to be able to develop those projects, we need to invest into those projects. Do you see Nigeria, do you see the mining industry in Nigeria to be an investment destination?
Yes, that's what, of course, the sector again is capital intensive sector, demands a lot of investment. Okay. And because there's a wide range of opportunities, we are looking forward to having more investments, both internal and external. So that is a very key aspect of our activities. Our expectations. That's a very key aspect of our expectations. We look forward to a time when there'll be a lot more interest in investing in the sector, because it's actually a very viable sector. Nigeria has over 44 various minerals, ranging from coal, to gemstones, limestones, a variety of whatever that is needed. And the government is also now trying to open up the Ajaokuta, iron and steel industry, so that all the minerals that these steel producing and iron and steel producing sectors would need will, of course, the emphasis now is on domestic capacity as against relying on importation. So that's what the government, the trust of government policy in. So we look forward to having a lot of investment.
We're looking forward to that, and hopefully soon, very soon, because the country is in need, the industry is in need, and
yes,
all the sectors, I must say, are in need.
Oh, yeah. We're looking forward to it, and it's coming in. Yeah. Perhaps not in the leaps and bounds that we would want, yeah. But the message out there is that it's a viable sector for investors, and we haven't reached the crest, yeah. And we're looking forward to. We need to really get the support of investors everywhere, because when we do it well, because we're a big economy, it reflects on other economies, and as we talk of driving development in the continent, okay. We have to really put our money where our mouth is, and take advantages where they are, definitely. Opportunities where they are.
Definitely, yes. Definitely.
Right.
Thank you so much for this insight, Ambassador Ayalogu. I want to remind you, you've been a very long-lasting partner. ETA Zuma has been with a Nigeria Mining Week for very long time, and you yourself have been a great speaker to the event. I know we've always been live. Unfortunately, due to the worldwide pandemic, we have not been able to offer the live platform like we usually do, but we will do it next year. But this year we're going into the digital, and I want to ask your view, how do you perceive it? How do you see it on your side? Everything is on a digital platform today.
Well, I think the pandemic came upon us, and we being humans, we always find a way around the challenges. True. And lucky enough, we have advanced IT-wise. We've made significant advances IT-wise as against the pandemic of 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. Now you can talk to anybody from any point. Sure. So if there is a difficulty in communication and we have this option, then that's the way to go. Yeah. In fact, today I've been at a number of meetings that people came in from Nigeria, from other continents. Yeah. We call it a meeting of conference on retired career ambassadors of Nigeria. And tomorrow will be the 60th anniversary of the National Day of Nigeria of Independence. So there's been a lot of activities, and a lot of things are going on e-form. So, I mean, I expected, initially I thought that nothing was going to happen by way of the mining week, which was a little bit saddening, but I was happy when I got the call from you and you said that we're going to try these opportunities, these options, which I think is good. It has to be encouraged until we can also begin to do things the way we used to do it.
Definitely, yes. Definitely. Yeah. And I'm very happy for that. I want to thank you for being with us. We're going towards the end of our interview, but before you go, I want to ask I want to take your closing remarks, if I may say that way. You being with ETA Zuma for such a long time, and you people come to you, they're looking up to you, they're looking up to ETA Zuma. What is your word of advice today to those newcomers, those junior miners, those young enterprise, young operators coming to Nigeria to invest, to perhaps starting operations? What is your word of advice that you want to give to them today?
Well, I would say let them be strong, first of all. Let them be committed. Then let them checking all the options, even the risks, and then let them seek to draw some knowledge from the established players in the field, so that at least they can know what to do and what not to do. Some of the players like ETA Zuma Group is also offering services, a variety of services, advisory services, consultancy services to newcomers. I think that there would also be need for them to get to know what the Nigerian Mining Association is doing, because they can also avail of all sorts of information and ideas. I just want to assure them that it is it's a very good opportunity. It's a very good sector, and it's a very sector that is calling for young action, young minds, dynamic persons. I was just talking to somebody yesterday in Nigeria who has a plan to set up producing bentonite, which is barite, which is used for in the oil sector, and encouraged him to do what he's doing. He has some challenges, but these are also challenges that are at times institutional. So this is my advice to the upcoming miners. That again, perhaps to investors, I would say that my advice is that let them. Mining is it's not a quick profit thing, but at the end of the day, it is a very necessary engagement, and they should not disappoint us. They should support, great support. And there are also supports that the sector needs, even consultation for consultants for informing people what to do and what not to do, what the market situation is, and so on. And then to government to also ensure that they remove bottlenecks that will impair or scare away potential new entrants to the sector, because these are the people who would drive the sector anyway. Government activities usually is limited, but they have a responsibility to provide the enabling environment, and so on. And probably a word to the banks. They are also and a group that seem to want quick fixes. But again, they ought to look at the situation. Nigeria is, even in spite of the extent of resources that we have, it's let me say a new entrant in developing this sector after almost 50 years of serious activity. So that it should also be a bit tolerant and give support, real support to the sector, through loans, through advisory, information, and so on. So these are my closing and final words. Well, unless you have anything to ask me again.
No, that will be it. Thank you so much for your word of advice. And I would advise actually those newcomers that are looking into starting operations in Nigeria to listen to you. You've been into the market for a very long time, and it's only on to the advantages, to actually get in touch with you and listen to what you have to tell them more. Thank you so much, Ambassador Ayalogu, for availing yourself one more time to be part of Nigeria Mining Week, and to always avail yourself to be part of the show. We are very grateful to that. Thank you so much for your time. And then I'm looking forward to seeing you next year live at the show in Abuja.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Goodbye.
Right. Bye.